Okay, the Blackjack. Model 125, A2 tool steel. Obviously, I have the stacked leather handle here. What I wanted to show you a little bit more in depth was this this sheath. I dyed this sheath chocolate brown, all except for the welt here, and this unfinished leather. Nice sheath. I mean, it's quite heavy duty. I mean, when you look at the thickness of it, this got to be close to an inch. The thickness of this welt right here. It does have this here for to hold the strap when you open the sheath. This will come back. See if we can get it to do it here. There we go. So this will hold this strap back, so you can draw the knife without cutting the strap. The only time it will not is if you don't tuck your shirt in. If your shirt is untucked, it will get in between here, and it will prevent this from happening. And usually I don't have my shirt tucked in out in the woods. I'm wearing a flannel, or some of you may wear a some type of hunting shirt or whatever. Usually if I do have a t-shirt on out there, it is untucked. But just so you're aware of that will only work in that situation there. And as a side note, this sheath here will also accommodate the K-bar USN, United States Navy knife. It retains it well, and you cannot bypass the retention strap and remove the knife. The one thing that it does not hold as well as, it will not friction fit this knife. This K-bar will fall out, whereas the 125 can be held with friction. It's not coming out, and it has nice retention. As I said, it does not wobble around in there. This sheath holds this knife very securely. It's a well-built knife. It has that nice distal taper starting at 1/4 inch here. As I said, mine is slightly modified from what it was. I'm probably about 4 3/4 of an inch now, where this blade, I believe, is 5 inch. So mine's just a little bit shorter, but as I said, I really do like this. I guess you could call that almost a spear point. So I guess because I was a chimp and broke this knife, that it ended up working out a little bit better for me. So, to sum everything up, there are hunting knives out there that cross over very well into the bushcraft, woodcraft areas, which is mostly where I operate. And likewise, there are bushcraft knives that will transfer over nicely into the hunting arena. These handles on these 125s come in so many different variations, and it's really, really nice to have that many options in a knife. And this knife has been around for quite a while on the market. So they're secondhand out there, and I'm not a black micarta person, but they have one in black micarta with the red spacers, and it looks beautiful. So if I do buy another one, which I have contemplated it, I might go that route. That's a really nice looking. Friend of mine used to own a desert ironwood handle. That was beautiful. Like as I said, there's so many different variations of them. There's also a model 124 made by Blackjack Knives that is slightly smaller, slightly scaled down version of the 125, which some of you might be interested in if this might be a little bit too much for you. And, you know, this was modeled after the Randall knife. So, tried and true, proven design. Is it a little fancy? Yeah. Does it need to be that fancy? No. But I'll tell you one thing. If it can be and not impede functionality, and it is done very tastefully, then I'm game for it. I'm fine with having some guards and some spacers, you know, butt caps, things like that. And as I've stated before, Hidden Tang, excellent stuff there. Hidden Tang has been around for a long time, centuries, and that's what people used and never had issues with it. And as I said before, if you're worried about breaking something like this, doing your deal out there, well, if you haven't broken a Mora, don't worry about that. Because as you can see, it's far more heavily built than the Mora knife. And take a look at that. I mean, it's not even a comparison, really. Not even one when you put the Bushcraft Black next to it. As you can see there. So, you know, don't be afraid of that. The nice thing about the Hidden Tang design is usually the handles are just more comfortable. And the other nice thing about it, too, is in cold weather, you know, this knife tends to be warmer to the touch because you don't have, you know, a piece of steel running down the middle of it that's coming into contact with your hand. So that's another nice benefit, I should say. And done properly, plenty strong enough. Once again, thank you very much for watching. Take care.